Was my personal training client lying to me? I actually ran into one of my old personal training clients. I used to train this guy about 12 years ago. I really liked him, wonderful guy. He came to my gym like twice a week. And I was walking on this North County trail where I walk all the time. I had my mask on. I see this guy coming my way. I thought he looked a little bit familiar, but at first I didn't really recognize it because he gained about 30 pounds. But when we got real close, I knew it was him. So we stopped and talked. I asked him how he's doing. And he says to me, oh, Mike, with the pandemic, it's been hard on all of us. I'm working from home, but business is good. I asked him, are you working? I said, well, I'm taking these walks, trying to get outside as much as I can, doing some push-ups at home, not working out too much, mostly walking. And then I asked him, this is where I thought he might have been lying to me. I said, well, how are you eating? He said, Mike, I am eating impeccably. I'm eating perfectly. I said, well, explain to me, what do you mean by eating impeccably? He said, well, I'm eating multiple meals a day, trying to keep my metabolism up. I wake up in the morning, have a nice big breakfast. I have time now to cook breakfast before I be rushing into work, having a nice big bowl of oatmeal. I'm cutting up a banana, putting in the oatmeal. I'm dumping some raisins in there, sprinkling a little cinnamon, not sugar cinnamon, straight cinnamon. Then maybe I'll have a nice big glass of orange juice. Then a couple hours later, maybe I'll eat an apple. I'll have like a low-fat turkey sandwich for lunch, maybe another piece of fruit late afternoon. And then for dinner, we're trying to eat healthy, with maybe having pasta, low-fat type meals along the lines of that. And I felt bad because I have to say about 12 years ago, that was more my style of eating. And I may have even recommended him to eat like that. I was more into, about 12 years ago, that low-fat, high-carb style of eating. And then I said to him, are you happy with your weight eating like this? He said, no, I feel good, but I have to say, I did gain a lot of weight since you saw me. So, but I think I'm eating healthy, so I said, you know what, give me a call. So he actually called me about 2 weeks later, and I told him how I would like him to eat my new, how I've been eating for the last 12 years and how I have all my clients eating. And it's more of that, obviously, if you follow my channel, that low carb, adequate amount of protein, higher fat type diet. So I told him to do these things. The first thing I wanted him to do is I wanted him to experiment with intermittent fasting. So I wanted him to follow that 16-8 intermittent fasting protocol where you fast for 16 hours and then take in all your calories with an 8-hour eating window. So I wanted him to skip breakfast and then eat like a couple meals a day within an 8-hour eating window, maybe from 12 in the afternoon till late in the evening. And I want him to do it 3 days per week, intermittently. So that's the first thing I wanted him to do. And he said, I'll try that. I think I can do it. Sometimes I have to, he said to me, sometimes, Mike, I almost force myself to eat breakfast in the morning. I'm not even hungry, but I thought it was the right thing to do. Then the next thing I wanted him to do is that you don't have to necessarily count calories, but I do want you to look up how many grams of carbohydrates you're eating every single day. And I want you to limit that to 100 grams, no more than 400 calories of carbohydrates every day. And try to pick whole natural foods, like a lot of vegetables, things like that. You can have maybe 1 or 2 fruits, maybe 1 fruit a day, but try to eat tons of vegetables, salads, things like that, but no more than 100 grams, 400 calories a day. Okay, and then the third thing I want him to do is make sure you're getting in enough protein, have salmon, have steak, have animal proteins, and don't be afraid of fat. It's okay if salmon is high in fat. It's okay if you're picking a steak that's very marbly that has fat. It's okay if you put a lot of olive oil on your salads. Don't run away from fat. I want you to switch over to more of a low carb, higher protein, higher fat type diet. Okay. He actually did it for a week, called me back and actually said, Mike, I lost like 4 or 5 pounds. I got to say, I was a little hungry, but I'm going to try this and I'm going to stick with it. I'm really excited for him. I know I'm going to keep in touch with him from time to time. He still doesn't want to start back training with me again, but now we're doing this little bit of consultation online, which is a lot of fun for me. And I'm sure he's going to do amazing. Now, if you want to learn more about my style of eating, that low carb, high fat, adequate amount of protein, check out this video. This is my 4-week intermittent fasting program that some people have lost up to 15, 20 pounds in literally 4 weeks. Check it out. I think you're going to like it.